Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Keeneland Racecourse here on Wednesday. It is the 26th of October, 2022. Gonna look at the 7th race from Keeneland, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 7th race from Keeneland, which is in Lounge Race, purse $110,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. Number 1, a race in the main claim starter or stake on allowance race, or whichever won 2 races here. We have a field of 12 horses enter. Keep in mind the 12 horses in MTO, so 11 will go to the turf course. The distance of ground of about 1,800 meters, or about 1 mile and 1/8 on the Keeneland turf course. A distance they don't really run the about distances very often, and they don't normally run with the rails out at 30 feet. They've been very sparingly using this turf course this fall meeting at Keeneland. It basically seems like in Kentucky this year, other than Kentucky Downs and of course Ellis that cards a lot of turf races, there's been a lack of turf races in that region. But this one's a very good one. My top selection, I'm gonna go with the 6 horse here, Verstappen. I'm gonna go 6-3-4-7 in the superfecta. 6-3-4-7 super. Top selection 6 horse Verstappen. 3 going by Warfront here. Brendan Walsh trains. Tyler Gaffleone gets to mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 5th of September at Kentucky Downs. Good turf course, a mile 5/16 in an allowance race for $160,000. And the horse finished second by length that day. He was just wide throughout, and he just couldn't quicken up. He just kind of hung a little bit. Do think he might have needed the race. Keep in mind, winner was a next start winner also. Coming here with a furlong less, going about a mile and 1/8, which I think should suit him well. I think he'll get a good race, and I think he can win. 29th of April was his previous race here at Keeneland, going a mile 3/16 to the lounge race for 110. He finished 5th by 2 1/4 lengths that day. He stalked. He was a little bit wide, and he just couldn't keep up there. It wasn't his day to win. And then the Stall Wilson turf course at the fairgrounds on the 25th of March, about a mile 16th and optional 50. First time facing winners. He finished second by 5 1/4 lengths. He really closed up well late. He was in between horses. The winner was much the best, but he really had a decent race there. And then on Boxing Day, 26th December, at the fairgrounds, a mile and 1/8 in main special weight. Winning by 1 1/4 lengths from a tracking position. I thought he went quite nicely. He has some early pace if he wants to use it. I think with the rails out, the speed's going to really hold up. And I think at 9-2, he's loaded. I think you also have to use the 3 horse forwardly. 3 are caught by Twirling Candy. Chad Brown trains. Joel Rosario gets the mount. Most recently on the 5th of September at Kentucky Downs in that mile 5/16 allowance race, he finished 6th by 8 1/4 lengths and just had nothing. He really just didn't show up there. Before that, they tried him over the mile and a half on the inner at Saratoga in an allowance race where he finished 6th by 19 lengths, wasn't staying the trip. He did win before that Keeneland, but he had at Belmont going a mile 3/8 in main special weight, but he had a very good inside trip that day. That was a terrific ride by Flavian. I do think though he wants to go a mile and 1/8. He's going to get the trip today. He could, he should settle well at 8-1. It wouldn't surprise me. But to recount my selection for the 7 from Keeneland, let's take the 6 horse Verstappen. Give kudos to the 3 horse for Waterley. 6-3-4-7 super. 6-3 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.